Ahoy and welcome back to the Dad Squared Travel Vlog. I'm Nick.
And I'm Sean. And welcome to episode 4, A New Cruise. It's a Star Wars reference.
Oh, yeah. I don't do Star Wars. I didn't get it.
I got peeps out there. They'll get that Star Wars reference.
But yeah, it is episode 4. We are back from our cruise on Virgin Voyages. We went about a week and a half ago. So apologies for taking so long to get back to you guys to share this amazing experience with you, but we've been
Sober. Tired. Cold.
And my tan's fading.
Yeah.
Kind of mad about that. But
there's no sun in Ohio right now. There's misery.
We came back to snow.
And snow.
Yeah. But we want to share some of our amazing experience on Virgin Voyages cruise line with all of you guys at home. We shared a lot on our social media throughout the week, but we also took over 1,000 pictures or video or so that we did not get to share. So we are excited to kind of run through that with you guys. So
you took about 1,000 pictures and video.
You were just drinking all the time. So I took all the pictures. So there's a lot of interesting photos of our shenanigans along the cruise. So we did celebrate Sean's 40th birthday.
Why you gotta out me like that?
Again, I did that on the last video too, in case you missed it. Sean celebrated his big 4-0.
It was the second anniversary of my 20th anniversary. I like that better.
Something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna go with 20th anniversary of my second anniversary of my 20th. Anyways.
We got to share that amazing experience with some of our fellow travel agents for Sandpiper Vacations. So first we want to talk about, for those of you that have not cruised before or haven't cruised since COVID, the protocols are slightly different. We want to make sure that we do share those with you because of all the changes. So with Virgin, once you get to the terminal, you have to do a COVID check. So that's basically the first thing I think we did was basically do our COVID test. It was a very simple, very painless process. It took us, I think I counted 20 minutes total from the time we got off of the Uber to the point of sitting down in the terminal to relax and get ready for the cruise. So we got the COVID test once we got into the terminal, and then we waited for our results, which took about maybe 10 minutes. It was the longest 10 minutes of my life because we were
like, are we gonna go? Are we not gonna go?
Yeah, it's like taking your ACTs. Like, you're very nervous just to get that test. I was sweating on my palms, but came back very quickly. We got text messages saying that the test came back negative. So
wait, were your palms sweaty?
My palms were.
Mom spaghetti. Who loves M&M? Shout out Super Bowl.
Can't take you anywhere anymore. So yeah, so we got that test result in about 10 minutes or so. After that, we basically sat in the terminal and just waited until we could board at 2 o'clock, which was Virgin Voyages boarding time. We are finally boarding. It is just a few minutes before 2 o'clock. Super excited to hop on the ship and show you guys all around. Most other cruise lines do tend to board a little bit earlier, but Virgin allows you to stay on the ship later on debarkation day, and we were able to get on right at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock felt like it lasted, like it took forever to get to 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, we waited probably about an hour, I think, on the terminal because we had an early arrival time. But the check-in process was very simple. You have to show your vaccination card, get your room key, which room key comes as a very cold bracelet. So it's different than all other cruise lines that you have this reusable bracelet that is your room key, your credit card, and your boarding pass too.
Oh, it's like a little fashionable trinket.
Yeah, nice little souvenir, and it's made from recycled materials. The more you know.
Captain Planet would be so proud.
Once we did get on board, there was a 40% capacity for guests. So there's roughly about 600 guests on board and 1,200 crews. So
it was so nice. It was like a cruise almost alone. We barely saw people.
Yeah. So as you guys can see in the video, there's basically nobody around. And pretty much every time you turn a corner, it was just crew everywhere. They did have a mask policy on board that you are required to wear a mask indoors unless you are eating. The crew kind of informed us about a day or so later that it's not super required, so you'd see some people wearing masks and some people walking around without masks as well too, but overall it was very comfortable anyway because there's nobody on board with us.
Yeah. It was nice. So right now you are going to see our beautiful stateroom aboard the Virgin Scarlet Lady. It's a little bit smaller, but we loved the layout. The balcony was amazing. We had a nice little swing out there. The bathroom was probably our biggest complaint, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, bathrooms were very tiny. It was literally you stand in one spot and you have to pivot to the right to go to the bathroom, pivot to the left, you're in the shower, pivot to the front, the sink's right there.
Yeah.
So very small bathrooms compared to other cruises we've been on. The showers do come complete with body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. Another complaint about the bathroom is the toilet paper.
It was like coffee filters.
It felt like sandpaper wiping in your butt.
And the bath soap kind of smelled a little funky.
It was interesting.
It was like earth and iron.
So the balconies all come standard with a couple chairs as well as these amazing hammocks. We used the hammock quite a lot actually. I took a nap out there one day for about 2 hours and it was super comfortable to just kind of swing in a little bit to the ocean breeze. Each room also comes with a tablet, which is very technology forward. This tablet you can control the TV, your mood lighting, so the cabin lights can dim and change colors.
Your cabin curtains, which was amazing.
Yeah, so the curtains open and close automatically using the tablet.
Yeah, so our bed was also a convertible bed. So it was a couch by day, not that we ever kept it as a couch because Nick and I love our afternoon naps. Next, we are going to talk about the dining options aboard the Scarlet Lady. This was probably the best food that we've ever had on a cruise ship.
Ever. It's amazing, from the fast food essentially that you can get around the ship as well as the dining locations. It's literally the best food and the freshest food you've tasted on board.
Yeah, everything was made to order. So, you know, sometimes you go on a cruise ship and you go to the buffet and you don't know how long that chicken fried rice has been in that pan, or, you know, sometimes they'll grab that hamburger that's been soaking in like hot water pans. You know, everything was made fresh and delivered right to your table, which was amazing.
Yeah, so the main dining for kind of like a quick service type meal is going into the galley, which is their food hall. So instead of having a standard buffet on Virgin Voyages, they have little quick eateries kind of spread out throughout the ship, and then the main galley area.
It was almost like a whole bunch of food trucks, was
Yeah.
the vibe that it gave you.
Yeah, so you have a couple different options in there, including noodle around, which includes some like ramen and miso soup. Well bread is your pastries and flatbreads. Diner Dash has 24-hour diner type food, which was phenomenal. Burger Bar, which was probably one of my favorites.
That French
options.
toast burger
Yes.
was crazy sauce.
Yeah, definitely recommend splitting the French toast burger.
I was not prepared.
Another option, if you like sandwiches and paninis, is hot off the press. And then another one of my personal favorites, which I knew was going to be amazing, is Let's Taco About It, which includes tacos and burritos and a really amazing breakfast chorizo burrito. We didn't head over to this one, but the Daily Mix had some healthy bites. There was a Japanese breakfast and bento box.
Well, there was a lot of little bento box stations. So, I mean, if you just want to grab a salad, something for dessert, sushi, you know, they had a really good variety of just like grab and go stuffs and really nice containers.
A charcuterie board. So
yeah.
I grabbed that a few times and had that out by the pool, so pretty awesome.
Nothing like a coochie board by the pool.
And then another thing was the sweet side, which includes your sweets and treats. Super delicious desserts over there. I didn't really have any complaints on the desserts. A lot of times on other cruise ships we've had desserts. They look great,
yeah,
but the taste is not there.
It's hits and misses.
So the sweet side, definitely highly recommend doing that one. And then kind of take a look around the ship. As far as quick bites go, there's Lit Me Till ice cream. So as you can tell, Virgin Voyages has a lot of fun puns with their restaurant names. Super delicious ice creams. Lots of great options.
The pizza place was amazing.
I think we had pizza
every night.
Every night.
And then maybe hit it once or twice during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of fresh, delicious pizzas made to order as well. So the restaurants on board Virgin Voyages are completely different than your standard cruise lines of having a one dining location that you just rotate the menu every night. So with this, there's 6 different restaurants that you could choose from and make a reservation for those restaurants. So the first night we went to the Wake, which was super phenomenal steaks. I think they had like filet mignon and New York strips, lots of different seafood options too.
The restaurant was gorgeous and it was basically empty.
Yeah, it was a steakhouse. I think there was maybe 7 tables in there that night when we had dinner. We actually got the Wake for brunch the very next day as well too, just because the steaks were so phenomenal. We returned the next day, got some steak and eggs and waffles, and it was just super delicious. Extra Virgin is where we went for Sean's birthday dinner.
Best Italian ever. So many pasta options. They just kept on bringing food. It was so good.
Yeah, we ordered from the menu and then extra things just kept showing up here and there. I think the dessert was Sean's.
The dessert was probably my favorite dessert I've ever had on a cruise ship.
So it was
whiskey ice cream with an espresso pour over.
Yes.
And just some like nibbly toppings.
Perfecto.
Just some nibbles, little nibbles, sweetie.
That's Spanish.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Speaking of Spanish, the next
night... That was
a
good transition.
I know. The next night we went to Pink Agave, which is probably my absolute favorite. I knew I was going to be super excited about it. So Pink Agave is an upscale Mexican restaurant. We had a gorgeous table. I think you could fit probably 15 people around that table. Great view of the tequila wall, and
I wanted to live next to that tequila wall.
And so the full menu, we did all kind of order on things from the menu, but
so they decided that they would just bring us everything off the menu.
At one point, I looked up from eating a bite, and there was 20 or 30 plates in front of us.
There was so much happening. The corn was amazing.
The guacamole, just kept coming with that. The chocolate tacos for dessert. These little mini.
You just get the steak with the cheese on it.
Oh yeah. I like desserts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have a one-track mind. That Choco Taco was amazing, though. True story.
So you're gonna see a lot of food pictures here, and
we're those people now.
It just kept coming and coming.
Next one we did was Razzle Dazzle, which we did for brunch the next day, and it was probably one of the gayest brunches I've ever had in my life, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It was amazing. I had that unicorn
toast, basically. It was a piece of bread with rainbow sprinkles on it.
Yeah, it was like French toast with just dumped sprinkles on it. It was amazing. That was really good. The waffle was really good. I can't remember what else I had.
I ended up getting some rainbow churros. You had a cocktail there, which was the best
Oh
cocktail
my god,
I've
yeah.
ever
How did I
had.
forget about the popcorn cocktail?
This was a popcorn Manhattan. So inside of this popcorn container is popcorn on top, as well as a cocktail underneath. It was completed with a Buffalo Trace bourbon and delicious flavors.
So the next restaurant is probably going to be our miss of the week. And it was called Test Kitchen. And Nick and I are not fancy folk. We've never pretended to be fancy folk. And this was a very upscale, very nice, fun experience. The restaurant itself was beautiful. It was just a surprise with every dish. You want to talk about that first dish?
So the whole concept is basically a 7 or 8 course meal. I lost count. Each item that came out was very interesting, but also the service was very detailed in how they explained every single piece of ingredient on your plate, which made it sound really good, but it was also just very interesting tasting.
First course was it was almost like spiderweb bread with a mushroom pate that looked like an actual mushroom with some actual mushrooms sprinkled on top of it.
Yeah, and it was kind of like
it tasted like condensed
buttery
mushroom soup that you dipped your bread in.
It was actually good though.
It was not
that
bad.
one was good.
Yeah,
I like that.
The second round was
The smoked egg.
The smoked egg yolk with some peas and some caviar, which
It looked a very awesome
beautiful.
presentation.
Yeah, it was amazing.
The smoke came out, it smelled good. Very interesting concepts.
The egg yolk was disgusting. It tasted like cigarette smoke.
I didn't hate that one, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, it's like a chicken laid an egg in an ashtray, and then they wanted you to eat it with some peace. What was next after that? The venison and steak option with some pureed beetroot, a nice little gravy pour over, and to top it all off, they gave you a little sprig of dark chocolate.
The desserts came out.
The dessert was
Not my favorite.
blue cheese ice cream, which neither of us like blue cheese, but that was an immediate regret almost. At first it was creamy, and then you have that blue cheese kick in your face. So, but I was happy that we tried it.
Yeah.
You know, cruising is all about trying new things. So sometimes you like those new things, and then sometimes those new things make you drive people a little bit.
So, moving on to our next restaurant, our very last night, we had dinner at Gumbay. So, Gumbay is a lively Korean barbecue. Really cool concept. Not my personal favorite because there was a lot of seafood options on it.
The minute you sit down, they introduce you to a drinking game with Korean vodka. Which,
Gumbay!
yeah, I was all about. So much fun, and it gives you almost an immediate buzz, which we were all for. I thought the food was great. I love seafood. Nick, however, was not in his happiest place there. The food that they did for us was really good. It was a great experience, and it's the only Korean barbecue on a cruise ship. So it's an industry first. So definitely worth a try.
Yeah, and it was good. I could have asked for more if I wanted to, but I also was trying to save up my tummy for some other options on the ship as well too.
You wanted that hot dog. That didn't happen that night.
So before we leave the food options, one thing that we were able to do during the cruise was actually go in and do a mixology class. So the mixology class was actually held inside of the Test Kitchen restaurant. Super highly recommend doing this class. If you've done other mixology classes on other cruise ships, this one definitely outbeats it. The mixologist was super knowledgeable. He was mixing very, very interesting ingredients. The first drink that we did was make essentially a fireball. So he taught us how
But
to
it was homemade Fireball.
make homemade Fireball using bullet bourbon. It was an amazing concept, awesome to see how he did that, and super delicious as well too. We made a Manhattan, or no, we made an old fashioned.
Yep, we did a lavender margarita.
Yeah. No, it's lavender daiquiri.
Yeah.
So
It was okay.
So the drinks were really awesome to watch the bartender make. And then on top of that, they had a separate person that came over to teach us how to take Instagram-worthy pictures. So he kind of showed us some different techniques of using your own personal cell phones to take some awesome pictures to post on social media. So definitely recommend doing that. I think it was about $35 per person. It was about an hour and a half long. We had probably 5 different drinks. Definitely recommend doing that. So our itinerary went to 2 different stops. We did a 5-day sailing on Virgin Scarlet Lady. We went to Costa Maya, Costa Maya, and then the next stop we did was Bimini in the Bahamas. So the first stop in Costa Maya, we literally just got off the ship and just kind of walked around the port area. We did not do any excursions here. Around the port, they have a gorgeous swimming pool that is absolutely free for you to use, and as well as lots of different shopping options and some restaurants and bars. There's also some dolphins right there as well too, so you can do a couple excursions right there in the port. See some dolphins, as well as I forget what Danny did, what it was called.
He did that rope tour where you could feed like birds. Parrots and parakeets and cockatiels and cockatoos. All those kind of birds.
He really enjoyed it. I think he said it was $12 to do that. So as you can see in the pictures here, there's some beautiful, stunning views of the ship, as well as the dolphins and the birds right there. There's also a duty-free shop right there in the port, so you can stop and get your liquor. We found a few different options of liquor that you can't find here in the United States. Alright, so the next stop on our sailing was the beach club at Bimini. We'll go with Bimini. Bimini?
Sounds good to me.
Bimini. So Bimini is in the Bahamas. It is a very small island. You can actually, it is the closest island to Florida. So the island is privately owned by Richard Branson himself, and he has a beach club there that is only specific to Virgin Voyages. They do run it out when the cruise ship is not in port. So the beach club is stunning. It's kind of like something I feel like you would see in Mykonos. Lots of pools, lounge chairs. There's 2 different pools. A couple different bars up there, as well as a DJ. We did get a free lunch on the island as well too, that is included with your sailing. The food is catered directly from the ship, as well as the staff on the island. There's some cabanas that you can rent either at the pool side, or cabanas you can rent on the beach side, so you can relax in comfort. Lots of great seating around the beach area as well too, including some really comfortable lounges and beanbag looking chairs. And
a ton of inflatables in the pool that you can just chill and relax and swim with.
So yeah, later on they came out with some inflatables and mermaids.
And mermen.
And mermen. So they had those come out, as well as some of the crew to do some dance party kind of throughout the day, which was a lot of fun to hang out and socialize with our friends. On the beach, there's a stunning Instagram-worthy swing that you can get some great pictures of the crystal clear blue water. Super highly recommend going to Bimini. If you can actually stay there, there's a hotel on the island, so you can check it out. It's definitely recommend. Would love to go back there.
With all the cruising that we've done, sometimes we check out the entertainment. Sometimes we skip it. This was completely different from anything that we've ever seen on another cruise ship. We're not huge on the entertainment on, you know, what we've experienced with Carnival. Sometimes we've seen those so many times that we skipped most of those. Disney, I mean, we're Disney dorks, so we always try to make it to the Disney shows, but even at this point there's a couple that we've skipped. But you know, what we saw on Virgin was completely different from anything that we've ever seen on a cruise ship. So, you know, it was very refreshing and just fun and different.
So 2 of the shows that we saw in the main, I guess you can call it theater, the Red Room. The first one we saw is called Untitled Dance Show Party Thing. Very confusing.
I had no idea what was happening, but I think I liked it.
Yeah, so when you walk into the room, there's no seats whatsoever. You walk in and kind of face a stage. And all of a sudden it kind of turns into a little dance party.
Like a flash mob.
Yeah. What's really cool about it too was the stage moved. So throughout the hour that we were in there, we were kind of directed to move to different parts of the room because the stage was moving along with us. So really kind of unique twist to a show.
A lot of CGI visuals, a talking cat. All of a sudden a girl started singing My Heart Will Go On. We're not really sure how that transitioned from the skeleton and the talking cat, but it happened and we were there for it.
So yeah, it's a very unique twist on your typical cruise shows that you might have seen before, same songs kind of over and over. To me, this show kind of reminded me almost of a drag performance per se, of just kind of like, I love the music, it's fun, it's different.
Second show that we watched was Never Sleep Alone, which was kind of an interactive cabaret show with a gal who called herself a doctor. She's more of a sex doctor.
So she went by Dr. Ashley. She dispenses her unique brand of fearless and playful advice in this interactive late night cabaret that puts you at the helm of your sexual destiny. So we kind of walked in. This one actually was held in the Manor, which the Manor is a stunning room just to walk into with a very beautiful hallway that is very Instagram worthy. We had a fun fashion show walkway down there.
I kept getting lost trying to get in there and getting out of there. It's all mirrors. You have no idea where you're going.
Yeah, and you knew the show was going to be fun and different. Definitely adult rated when you sit down and see condoms sitting on the table, as well as some fun face masks. It didn't get a lot of pictures in here, unfortunately, because of the type of show that it was. Being a sex show kind of made it a little bit more of a private, intimate setting.
Oh, and they said no cameras allowed.
Yeah, and I did get pulled up on stage and got spanked.
Of course you did.
But I got free champagne out of it, so it was a fun night. We had lots of champagne in there, and then afterwards they had a little after party that you could go get some more free champagne as well too. So definitely recommend checking that out. The show is actually performed in New York City as well too, and brought home to Virgin Voyages.
Our third show was Dual Reality, which was a bit, I don't even know how to describe Dual Reality. We walked in and it was like walking into a basketball game. Then it turned into a turf war. Then it ended up being like Cirque du Soleil.
So yeah, I love this show. It was another one that we saw inside the Red Room. So what's cool about the Red Room is that it transforms completely. So there's 2 different sides to it, 2 different kind of stadium seating. The show is a fast-paced retelling of Romeo and Juliet. It uses elaborate circus twist to it. My jaw actually dropped quite a bit for this because it was pretty awesome to see the stunts that they were doing. Not only stunts they were doing, but stunts they were doing on a moving cruise ship that was rocking back and forth. So they had lots of different acrobats, people climbing poles and doing hula hoops, and
back flips, front flips, side flips.
Pretty.
It was a lot. There was a lot happening.
But I really enjoyed the show. I definitely recommend it. I'd love to go back and see that one again.
I would too.
On Virgin Voyages, there is a lot more to see and do around the ship. The ship is gorgeous. I don't even think we saw everything just because there was so much to kind of see around the ship. So here we have a lot of different video and pictures from throughout the ship, so enjoy.
Alright, so what were your overall thoughts?
I give this ship 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up?
Yeah, I give it more if I had more thumbs.
Maybe a toe. 2 thumbs, 2 toes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My awesome pedicure toes that we got on the ship too.
It's true. We did get our first pedicures with nail polish, so we're trendy.
We are.
My theme this year is 40 and fabulous.
But yeah, I am ready to book our next voyage. We are planning to sail again next year. Probably around the same time frame. There is another ship coming out this summer called the Valiant Lady that we are planning to check out. It is sailing 7 nights next year through the Caribbean, so we will be hopping on board that one, so come along with us on that. But overall, Virgin Voyages, hands down, best food I've ever had on a cruise ship.
Agreed.
I will not let anybody try to fight me on that.
Yeah, that was the takeaway. I mean, it's pretty stellar.
Yeah. As far as sleeping arrangements go, the bedding, I do have complaints about the bedding, not super comfortable. We were in the standard balcony room. If you had a suite, the suite's bedding is so much better, so much more comfortable. We thought about sleeping in our friend's room because the bed was super comfy.
And they had a full bar.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are planning to sail, I highly recommend getting one of the Mega Rockstar suites. It does come complete with a full bar, basically double wide veranda, complete with a shower on it, and a huge bathroom with a peekaboo shower.
And a record player.
So
a lot of Spice Girls were played that week.
This record player, we had so much fun with it. They're essentially they had a butler. We called him one night and basically said, "We're gay. We need Gaga. We need
Spice Girls. We need Cher, ABBA, whatever you got."
So he came back about an hour later and had tons of different vinyls for us to play, and we had a great dance party. So thank you, Billy, for hosting us. Other than that, I'm very happy with the ship. The crew was outstanding. What I love about Virgin is the fact that their crew is able to relax and be themselves. They didn't have any strict standards as far as kind of looks go. They're able to have full beards, tattoos, hair color.
If you want to wear heels and you're a dude, wear heels.
Yeah. It was super awesome to see just that comfort in the staff, and you can see it translate to them communicating with us throughout the week as well too.
And everybody really seemed just authentic and happy, and not fake happy.
Yeah, so it kind of made me feel personally just super happy throughout the week.
I would agree. Same.
Yeah. I think that is all for today's vlog, but if you did like our vlog, make sure you give it a thumbs up, 2 thumbs if you want to. Also make sure you like, subscribe, comment, leave us questions, comments about the sailing. We'll definitely be happy to answer those questions for you.
Alright, this video is sponsored by Sandpiper Vacations. Sandpiper Vacations is a concierge travel agency where the services are free to you. They specialize in Disney destinations, Universal, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, and so much more. Visit sandpipervacations.com to get working with an advisor.
Sandpiper Vacations has an amazing deal right now for Virgin Voyages where you can score 20% off your next sailing. Plus, you can actually get 10% off if you do pay in full for your sailing. Plus, $100 extra on your bar tab. So with Virgin, you actually don't have a drink package, you have what's called a bar tab. So we paid $300 for our bar tab that we shared and got an extra $100 bonus out of it, which is pretty awesome.
That was a pretty good deal.
Yeah. And we're giving away this really awesome bag. Very cool tote bag. That is one of my favorites. I actually bought one for myself as well too. This bag is kind of convertible where it extends and you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can put lots of great things in it. I know. So if you book a sailing with us through March 31st, we are giving away one of these tote bags to a lucky winner. So
make sure you book today.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Hurry back.
Hurry back.